There are hundreds, possibly thousands, of agreements to use public land in Hastings. One such agreement runs from Flanders Road off Napier Road near Havelock North down to the Karamu stream, where one day there might be a bridge. The 1974 agreement to occupy the 1.4 hectares is for just $2 a year. Kiwifruit grows on the land and Robert Flanders says he has plans to plant more. But the public aren't welcome. He said he does not want media attention because it might attract visitors.
What are you doing here?
I was just seeing how it's all going.
Why?
Well, because it's an interesting story.
It's not. It's none of your business.
Well, this is a public reserve, isn't
It is not a public reserve. I lease this in perpetuity and it's my land.
Okay, is that what the council says? Because they told me...
I have got a lease from 1974. Away.
Hastings District Council said the public does have the right to access the paper road, but the licence to occupy does not include buildings, and said in 2019 it instructed Flanders to move or disassemble the buildings within 9 months. But in mid-2021 he had still not complied.
Those sort of rights of occupation or use are quite common for paper roads. They serve two purposes really. It means that the land is made use of if there's no public use for it at the time, but it saves money for the ratepayers because we don't have to upkeep that section of road.
And the public still has access to it?
Yes, yeah, and that can cause some problems in some situations, especially in the rural area where people have a right of access across some farms, and that can cause problems for the farming operations. So there's often things to work through, but in general it works pretty well.
You're the that started all this and put that away too.
This is a public place.
It is not a public place.
Did Hastings District Council lose sight of this particular lease?
Well, there's lots of these bits of land all over the place, and if we were to put the resource in to keep a firm track of those sort of things, that would be at a great expense to the ratepayer. So there's a lot of these sort of situations that have continued on over time, and until it becomes a problem or it gets to the point where we want to make a more formal public use of the road, then things happily continue on.
Any idea how many such lease agreements there are in the district?
They'd be licences rather than leases, and there are heaps. I tried to do a search through our system to give you a number, and there's too many to count.
Dozens, hundreds, thousands?
Hundreds, maybe thousands.
Hastings District Council said while it could rescind the agreement with Flanders, it is liaising with him over his obligation to allow people onto the paper road reserve. Also, to remove the buildings for which there is no consent record.
It's not a high priority for us, to be honest. There's no great demand for the public for use of this strip. It's something we intend to follow through and will fix up with the landowner, but it's not an urgent task.
When you say there's no demand to use the land, but nobody knows it's public land, it certainly looks like private land.
Exactly, and it's a bit of chicken and the egg. But I'm not aware of any plans to develop out there. I heard a whisper that the regional council might be thinking about something along the Karamu stream, but I haven't heard anything from them about that.
And to add to Flanders' local government woes, the Hawke's Bay Regional Council said it called the fire brigade to put out this fire on the Paper Road Reserve because it was inside the Hastings Winter Air Shed, where open fires are banned in winter to prevent air pollution. The Regional Council said Flanders had received bad advice about fires and the council would not prosecute. Flanders said he phoned everyone to make sure the fire was legal. The fire brigade would have needed a map to find the property because the Flanders road sign has gone missing. Patrick O'Sullivan, Local Focus.